For 4 minutes, I was legally dead. My heart had stopped beating. My lungs had frozen mid-breath. And in that sterile hospital room, the doctors had already shifted from hopeful urgency to mechanical routine. To them, I was a flat line, an 81-year-old body that had reached its expiration date. But while they worked over my lifeless form, something extraordinary was happening to me. What I experienced in those 4 minutes was more vivid and real than anything I had known in 8 decades of living. I understand the skeptics. I once trusted only what I could touch and measure. I am not here to preach religion or sell belief. I can only share what happened when the lights went out. It began on an ordinary Tuesday. I had my coffee, watched the birds, and went to the hospital for what was supposed to be a routine procedure. At my age, routine can be a dangerous word. As I lay on the cold surgical table, I felt a crushing weight seize my chest, as if an invisible hand had squeezed the life from my heart. I heard the monitor's long, unbroken tone. Then the room didn't go dark. It dissolved. Instead of falling into nothingness, I felt myself pulled violently, as though launched from my body. Suddenly, I was standing in a profound silence, looking down at the surgeons working on the frail body below. I saw my own chest rise and fall under compressions, watched them shock me, yet felt no pain, only a strange attachment. Fear gripped me. Was I destined to remain a ghostly observer, trapped between worlds? But the hospital walls began to fade into a living shadow, a space between places. I sensed a presence behind me and braced for judgment, thinking of every mistake and regret from my 81 years. Instead, when I turned, there was only light, not a tunnel, but a radiant doorway. As I moved toward it, colors beyond earthly spectrum unfolded into a vast, vibrant landscape that seemed alive with music. Yet I felt a boundary, an invisible line I knew I could not cross if I wished to return. Then I saw her, Martha, my wife, gone these past 15 years. She appeared as she had in our youth, radiant and wise. I rushed toward her, longing to stay, but she gently held the distance. Not yet, she told me. Her voice resonated within me rather than through air. I pleaded to remain, weary of the heaviness of life. Instead of embracing me, she showed me something greater. Not a replay of achievements, but the ripple effects of love. I felt the warmth of kindnesses I had offered, the power of forgiveness granted, the unseen impact of small words spoken decades earlier. I understood then that life's true measure is not success or status, but the threads of love we weave into others. You haven't finished the story, she conveyed. The garden began to distort, replaced by the violent rhythm of chest compressions. I felt gravity slam me back into my body like a fall from a great height. Pain returned. The hospital lights blinded me. I heard someone shout, "We have a pulse." I was back. Now, at 81, I still have my aches and forgetfulness, but I no longer carry the shadow of fear. People ask what awaits us. I cannot give them a map. I can only say that what I encountered was not emptiness, but profound love. We are not human beings waiting for a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings immersed in a brief and beautiful human journey. Every moment of suffering teaches, and every act of love travels with us beyond this life. If you are grieving or afraid, listen carefully. Do not waste your days in fear. Love fiercely. Forgive quickly. The end is not a cliff. It is a doorway. On the other side, you are not alone. You are deeply loved. Until your time comes, finish your story. Make it meaningful. Every sip of coffee, every quiet sunrise, every small kindness is a miracle. I don't know how many chapters one have left, but while I am here, I intend to live them fully, and I hope you will too.